Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Samuel Thompson, and today we're talking about high blood pressure, the silent killer that damages your heart, brain, and kidneys without warning. Many people turn to green tea for help, and while it's full of antioxidants, it's not the most effective choice for lowering blood pressure. The real champion is hibiscus tea, made from the Hibiscus Sabdariffa plant. This ruby red drink has been scientifically proven to relax blood vessels and bring pressure down naturally. To understand why, picture your blood vessels as garden hoses. When they're flexible, blood flows easily. But with age, stress, or poor diet, they stiffen and narrow, forcing your heart to work harder and raising pressure. Over time, this damage attracts plaque, leading to heart attacks or strokes. Hibiscus tea shines because it directly relaxes and widens those vessels, breaking the dangerous cycle and protecting your cardiovascular health. That's why it's superior to green tea for blood pressure control, safe, natural, and effective. Many people assume green tea is the best drink for relaxing blood vessels, but research shows hibiscus tea is far more effective. While green tea's catechins are beneficial, hibiscus contains unique compounds that directly influence the enzymes and hormones controlling blood pressure. The key player here is the angiotensin-converting enzyme, or ACE. When activated, AC produces angiotensin II, a hormone that squeezes blood vessels tight and raises pressure. In people with hypertension, this system is overactive, keeping vessels constricted. Modern medicine treats this with ACE inhibitors, drugs that block the enzyme and allow vessels to relax. What makes hibiscus tea remarkable is that it acts as a natural ACE inhibitor. Its organic acids and plant compounds block the enzyme safely without synthetic chemicals. A strong cup of hibiscus tea delivers these compounds into your bloodstream, signaling your vessels to relax and expand, easing the burden on your heart and lowering blood pressure. This isn't folklore, it's backed by peer-reviewed scientific research. One of the most famous and highly respected studies on this topic was conducted by researchers at Tufts University in Boston. This study was published in the prestigious Journal of Nutrition, which is a highly authoritative source in the medical and nutritional community. The researchers wanted to see if drinking hibiscus tea could lower blood pressure in adults who were already showing signs of hypertension. They took a large group of adults with high blood pressure and divided them into two groups. One group was given a placebo drink that tasted and looked like hibiscus tea but had no active ingredients. The other group was instructed to drink exactly 3 cups of real hibiscus tea every single day for 6 weeks. The results of this Tufts University study were absolutely remarkable, and they shocked many people in the medical community. After just 6 weeks, the group drinking the real hibiscus tea saw a significant and sustained drop in their systolic blood pressure. The systolic number is the top number on your blood pressure reading, and it represents the maximum pressure your heart exerts while beating. This top number is widely considered to be a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease, especially in older adults. The researchers noted that the drop in blood pressure achieved by simply drinking 3 cups of hibiscus tea a day was comparable to the results you might see from a standard dose of common blood pressure medications. Some participants saw their top number drop by 7 points or more. In the world of cardiovascular health, a drop of even a few points in systolic blood pressure can significantly reduce your overall risk of dying from a heart attack or stroke. The Tufts researchers concluded that incorporating hibiscus tea into a daily dietary routine is a highly effective, scientifically sound strategy for managing high blood pressure. This study alone provides incredible authority and proof that this simple herbal drink is far more than just a tasty beverage. But the scientific validation does not stop there. Another major study compared the effects of hibiscus tea directly against a very popular prescription blood pressure medication called captopril. Captopril is a classic, widely used ACE inhibitor drug. The researchers wanted to know if a natural plant could truly compete with a synthetic pharmaceutical drug designed specifically to lower blood pressure. In this clinical trial, one group of patients was given the prescription drug captopril twice a day. The other group was given a strong extract of hibiscus tea to drink daily. The researchers monitored their blood pressure closely for a full month. At the end of the study, the results were astonishing. The hibiscus tea was found to be just as effective at lowering blood pressure as the prescription drug captopril. Both groups experienced a significant decrease in both their systolic and diastolic blood pressure numbers. The fact that a natural herbal tea can match the performance of an established pharmaceutical medication is incredible. It proves that the natural ACE-inhibiting compounds in the hibiscus plant are highly bioavailable and actively work inside the human cardiovascular system. Furthermore, the patients drinking the hibiscus tea did not report the common side effects that are often associated with synthetic ACE inhibitors, such as a persistent dry cough or fatigue. This makes hibiscus tea a highly attractive option for people who want to manage their health naturally. We must also talk about another major reason why hibiscus tea is the #1 drink for flushing out high blood pressure, and that is its powerful natural diuretic effect. To understand why this is important, we have to talk about sodium and your kidneys. The modern diet is absolutely overloaded with sodium, which mostly comes from processed foods, fast food, and restaurant meals. When you consume too much salt, your body holds on to extra water to try and dilute the sodium in your bloodstream. This extra water increases the total volume of fluid flowing through your blood vessels. Going back to our garden hose example, if you turn the faucet up and force more water through the hose, the pressure inside the hose goes up. The same thing happens in your body. More fluid volume means higher blood pressure. Your kidneys are the organs responsible for filtering your blood and removing excess water and sodium through your urine. However, when your blood pressure is already high or when your diet is terrible, your kidneys can struggle to keep up with the demand. This is why doctors often prescribe diuretic medications, also known as water pills, to patients with high blood pressure. These pills force the kidneys to flush out the excess sodium and water, which reduces the blood volume and instantly lowers the blood pressure. Hibiscus tea functions as a gentle, natural, and highly effective diuretic. It stimulates your kidneys to increase the filtration rate and helps your body flush out the trapped sodium and excess water that are driving your blood pressure up. Unlike harsh prescription water pills that can severely dehydrate you or deplete your body of essential minerals like potassium, hibiscus acts as a potassium-sparing diuretic. This means it helps you get rid of the bad sodium and extra water while allowing your body to retain the vital potassium it needs to keep your heart rhythm stable and healthy. As you drink hibiscus tea, you are literally flushing the high blood pressure out of your system through your kidneys. This gentle flushing action works in perfect harmony with the ACE-inhibiting properties we discussed earlier. While the ACE inhibitors relax and widen the blood vessels, the diuretic effect reduces the volume of fluid pumping through them. It is a brilliant two-pronged attack on high blood pressure provided entirely by nature. This dual action mechanism is why hibiscus tea provides such consistent and proven results for people struggling with their cardiovascular health. Now, let us dive deep into the specific nutritional compounds inside the hibiscus plant that make all of this possible. When you look at a cup of brewed hibiscus tea, the very first thing you notice is the intense, dark red ruby color. That beautiful color is not just for show. That deep red pigment is the visible evidence of incredibly powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are a specific type of flavonoid, which are plant chemicals known for their extraordinary health benefits. You can find anthocyanins in other dark red and purple foods like blueberries, blackberries, and red cabbage, but hibiscus flowers contain an exceptionally high and concentrated amount of them. These anthocyanins are the true secret weapons inside hibiscus tea. To understand what they do, we need to talk about oxidative stress and free radicals. Every day, your body produces unstable molecules called free radicals as a byproduct of simply turning food into energy. You are also exposed to free radicals from pollution, stress, poor diet, and toxins in the environment. These free radicals bounce around inside your body and damage your cells. This process is called oxidative stress. In your cardiovascular system, oxidative stress causes severe inflammation and physical damage to the endothelium, which is the delicate, single-cell layer that lines the inside of your blood vessels. When the endothelium is damaged by oxidative stress, it cannot do its job properly. The main job of the endothelium is to produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a miracle molecule for your heart. It is a gas that signals the smooth muscle cells in your blood vessels to relax, open up, and let the blood flow freely. If your endothelium is inflamed and damaged by free radicals, it stops producing enough nitric oxide. Without enough nitric oxide, your blood vessels become stiff and rigid and your blood pressure goes up. This is where the mighty anthocyanins from hibiscus tea come to the rescue. When you drink hibiscus tea, these powerful antioxidants flood your bloodstream and act like microscopic fire extinguishers. They neutralize the destructive free radicals, stopping the oxidative stress and putting out the fire of inflammation inside your blood vessels. By protecting and healing the endothelium, the anthocyanins allow your blood vessels to start producing healthy amounts of nitric oxide again. This restores the natural flexibility and elasticity of your arteries. Green tea also has antioxidants, but the specific anthocyanins found in hibiscus have been shown in studies to be particularly effective at targeting cardiovascular inflammation and protecting the endothelial lining. This targeted protection is another crucial reason why hibiscus outshines green tea when your main goal is lowering your blood pressure. The benefits of these specific antioxidants extend even further into your cholesterol profile. We know that high blood pressure and high cholesterol often go hand in hand, and together they create a massive risk for heart disease. The oxidative stress we just talked about does something very dangerous to the bad cholesterol in your blood, known as LDL cholesterol. When LDL cholesterol is exposed to free radicals, it becomes oxidized. Oxidized LDL is highly toxic and sticky. It is the exact type of cholesterol that burrows into the walls of your blood vessels and forms hard, dangerous plaques that block blood flow. The anthocyanins in hibiscus tea actively prevent this oxidation process from happening. Research published in pharmacological journals has demonstrated that regular consumption of hibiscus extract can significantly lower total cholesterol and specifically lower the levels of bad LDL cholesterol, while sometimes even raising the levels of good HDL cholesterol. By preventing the cholesterol from becoming oxidized and sticky, hibiscus tea keeps your arteries clean, clear, and wide open. Clean arteries naturally have lower pressure than clogged arteries. It is a comprehensive healing effect that treats the root causes of cardiovascular disease rather than just masking the symptoms. You are providing your body with the exact nutritional tools it needs to repair the damage and restore normal, healthy function. I want to make sure you fully understand the magnitude of this natural remedy. We are talking about a simple dried flower that you can brew in hot water in your own kitchen. Yet this simple flower contains organic acids that block the same enzymes targeted by billions of dollars of pharmaceutical research. It acts as a gentle diuretic to flush out sodium without depleting your potassium. It delivers a massive dose of specific red antioxidants that extinguish the inflammation in your arteries and allow them to produce the nitric oxide needed for total relaxation. It protects your cholesterol from oxidizing and turning into dangerous plaque. When you stack all of these physiological mechanisms together, it becomes incredibly clear why the clinical trials show such positive and undeniable results. You are attacking high blood pressure from 4 different angles simultaneously. Green tea is a fantastic daily beverage for overall health and cellular protection, but it simply does not possess this specific multi-layered cardiovascular profile. If your primary objective is to bring your blood pressure down, to heal your blood vessels, and to protect your heart from the dangers of hypertension, hibiscus tea is without a doubt the #1 herbal drink you should be reaching for every single day. To get the most out of hibiscus tea and truly harness its medicinal properties, it is very important to understand how to prepare it correctly and how to incorporate it into your daily routine. Many people buy cheap, mass-produced tea bags from the grocery store that have been sitting on the shelves for months or even years. While these might have some mild flavor, the delicate antioxidants and active plant compounds naturally degrade over time when they are exposed to air, light, and heat. To achieve the dramatic blood pressure lowering results seen in the Tufts University study and the Captopril comparison trial, you need to use high-quality, vibrant hibiscus. Ideally, you should look for loose-leaf dried hibiscus calices. The calyx is the red, fleshy part of the flower that protects the seed pod, and it is the part of the plant that contains the highest concentration of the medicinal anthocyanins and organic acids. When you buy loose dried hibiscus, it should have a deep, rich burgundy color and a slightly tart, fruity aroma. If it looks pale, brown, or smells like dust, it has lost its potency and will not give you the cardiovascular benefits you are looking for. Sourcing high-quality organic hibiscus is the first critical step in your journey to lower blood pressure. The brewing process itself is simple but crucial for extracting the maximum amount of active ingredients. You want to use boiling hot water to completely break down the plant fibers and release the organic acids, the natural diuretic compounds, and the powerful red antioxidants into the liquid. A good rule of thumb is to use about 1 to 2 tablespoons of the loose-dried hibiscus for every large mug of water. Pour the boiling water over the flowers and let it steep for at least 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you let it steep, the more medicinal compounds you will extract, and the stronger and more tart the tea will become. You will literally see the water turn a dark, beautiful crimson red. That red color is your visual confirmation that the powerful anthocyanins are now in the water and ready to heal your blood vessels. Because hibiscus has a naturally tart flavor, very similar to cranberry juice, many people are tempted to load it up with refined white sugar. Please do not do this. Adding refined sugar will completely ruin the cardiovascular benefits of the tea. Sugar causes rapid spikes in your blood glucose, which triggers a massive release of insulin. High insulin levels cause immediate inflammation in your blood vessels and tell your kidneys to hold on to sodium, which completely reverses the diuretic and relaxing effects of the hibiscus. If you need to sweeten the tea to make it palatable, use a natural, zero-calorie sweetener like pure stevia leaf extract or monk fruit extract. These natural alternatives will not spike your blood sugar or interfere with the blood pressure-lowering properties of the drink. Drinking this tea consistently is the absolute key to seeing real, measurable results. You cannot drink 1 cup of hibiscus tea on a Sunday and expect your blood pressure to be perfectly normal for the rest of the week. High blood pressure is a chronic condition that develops over years of damage and constriction in your blood vessels. Reversing this process requires a consistent daily supply of the active healing compounds. In the clinical studies that demonstrated the best results, the participants were drinking between 2 and 3 cups of strong hibiscus tea every single day for a minimum of 6 weeks. Your body needs this steady, daily influx of natural ACE inhibitors to keep the blood vessels relaxed. It needs the daily diuretic effect to continuously flush out the excess dietary sodium you consume. It needs the daily dose of anthocyanins to slowly repair the damaged endothelium and restore nitric oxide production. I highly recommend making this a non-negotiable part of your daily health routine. You can brew a large batch of hibiscus tea in the morning, let it cool down, and keep it in a glass pitcher in your refrigerator. It tastes absolutely delicious as an iced herbal tea, especially during the warmer months. By sipping on it throughout the day, you are constantly bathing your cardiovascular system in the exact natural medicine it needs to heal, relax, and lower the pressure safely and effectively. This is the foundation of using food as medicine, and it is a powerful tool you have complete control over. Now that we understand how hibiscus tea works as a natural ACE inhibitor and a gentle diuretic to flush out excess sodium, we must look at another incredible way this red drink protects your heart. I want to talk about the health of your actual blood vessel walls, which scientists call the endothelium. Think of the endothelium as the Teflon coating on the inside of your pipes. When this coating is smooth and healthy, blood slides through effortlessly. But when you have high blood pressure, this lining becomes scarred and sticky. The anthocyanins and polyphenols in hibiscus tea are specifically shaped by nature to repair this Teflon coating. Research from the University of Reading has shown that these plant compounds improve endothelial function significantly within just hours of consumption. This means that almost immediately after you finish your cup of tea, your blood vessels gain a boost in their ability to expand. This is why many people who track their blood pressure at home notice a dip in their numbers shortly after drinking a strong brew. It is not just a long-term benefit, it is an acute, immediate physiological response. When you compare this to green tea, while green tea is excellent for overall metabolism, it does not show the same level of immediate vasodilation, which is the technical word for the widening of the blood vessels. This makes hibiscus a much more targeted tool for someone who needs to see their numbers move in the right direction quickly and safely. Another massive benefit that often goes unnoticed is how hibiscus tea manages your body's stress response. We all know that stress is a primary driver of high blood pressure. When you are stressed, your adrenal glands pump out cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones tell your heart to beat faster and your blood vessels to constrict. If you are chronically stressed, your body stays in this fight-or-flight mode and your blood pressure stays dangerously high. Hibiscus tea contains natural flavonoids that have a calming effect on the central nervous system. It helps to lower the circulating levels of cortisol in your blood. By lowering cortisol, you are removing the chemical trigger that tells your blood vessels to tighten up. This creates a systemic relaxation throughout your entire body. When your mind is calm and your nervous system is at peace, your heart rate slows down and your blood pressure naturally follows. This is a beautiful example of how a simple herbal tea treats the whole person, not just a single symptom. You are treating the physical tightness of the vessels, the fluid volume in the blood, and the hormonal stress triggers all at the same time. I also want to address a very important scientific concept called bioavailability. This is a word doctors use to describe how much of a nutrient actually gets absorbed into your bloodstream versus how much just passes through your digestive system. Many supplements and even some healthy foods have low bioavailability, meaning you have to eat huge amounts to get any benefit. However, the organic acids in hibiscus, such as citric acid and malic acid, act as natural carriers. They help the potent antioxidants in the tea pass through the walls of your intestines and enter your circulation very efficiently. This high bioavailability is why the results in the clinical trials are so consistent. You do not need to drink gallons of the tea to see a difference. As the research shows, just 2 to 3 standard cups are enough to deliver a therapeutic dose of these compounds to your heart and arteries. This makes it a very practical and affordable remedy for the average person. You do not need expensive specialized equipment or rare extracts. You just need hot water and the right plant. Let us talk about the long-term safety of hibiscus tea because that is a major concern for many of my patients. When people take pharmaceutical blood pressure medications, they often worry about the long-term impact on their liver and kidneys. Synthetic drugs have to be processed and detoxified by the liver, which can cause strain over many years. Hibiscus tea, being a natural whole food source, is processed very differently by the body. In fact, studies have shown that hibiscus actually has hepatoprotective properties, which means it helps protect the liver from damage. Instead of adding a toxic load to your system, you are providing the liver with antioxidants that help it function better. This makes hibiscus tea one of the safest long-term interventions for heart health. It is a beverage that has been enjoyed for thousands of years in cultures across Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean. In Egypt and Sudan, hibiscus tea, known as carcade, is the traditional drink used to welcome guests and maintain health in the desert heat. These cultures have known for centuries what modern science is finally proving today, that this plant is a powerhouse for the human circulatory system. To truly maximize your results, I want to give you a specific protocol to follow. If you are serious about flushing out high blood pressure, you should aim for what I call the hibiscus triple crown. This means drinking 1 cup in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 in the evening. By spreading your intake throughout the day, you maintain a steady level of those natural ACE inhibitors in your blood. This prevents the spikes in blood pressure that often happen in the late afternoon or during stressful work hours. If you find the flavor too tart, you can blend it with other heart-healthy herbs. For example, adding a small amount of Ceylon cinnamon can help regulate blood sugar, while a bit of fresh ginger can further improve circulation. Just remember to keep it pure and avoid those refined sugars. If you follow this protocol for just 14 days, you will likely be very impressed when you next step on the scale or use your blood pressure monitor. Many of my patients report feeling lighter and less tight in their chest and neck after making this a habit. It is also important to mention that while hibiscus is incredibly powerful, it works best when it is part of a supportive lifestyle. You cannot expect the tea to do all the work if you are still eating a diet high in ultra-processed foods and hidden salts. Think of hibiscus tea as the cleanup crew for your arteries. It is much easier for the crew to do their job if you stop throwing more trash into the system. Try to pair your daily hibiscus tea with a diet rich in potassium-heavy foods like bananas, avocados, and leafy greens. Potassium works together with the tea to help your kidneys flush out even more sodium. When you combine the natural diuretic power of hibiscus with a high potassium diet, you are creating the perfect internal environment for low blood pressure. You are essentially giving your body every single tool it needs to fix itself. This is the essence of true healing. You are not just suppressing a number on a screen, you are restoring the biological balance of your cardiovascular system. Green tea contains caffeine, which can raise heart rate and blood pressure in sensitive individuals. Hibiscus tea, on the other hand, is naturally caffeine-free, making it safe to drink even at night. In fact, it helps lower cortisol, calms the nervous system, and promotes deeper sleep, the time when your body repairs blood vessels. By drinking hibiscus before bed, you give your arteries the antioxidants they need to heal while you rest. While hibiscus tea is safe for most people, those on strong blood pressure medications should monitor their numbers closely, and it is not recommended for pregnant or breastfeeding women. For the vast majority, though, it is a powerful, research-backed way to manage hypertension. High blood pressure does not have to mean a lifetime of pills. Hibiscus tea inhibits the ACE enzyme, acts as a natural diuretic, protects vessel linings, and reduces oxidative stress. Unlike green tea, it delivers these benefits without caffeine. Start with high-quality organic hibiscus, commit to 3 cups a day, and you'll be giving your heart, kidneys, and future self the gift of health. I am Dr. Samuel Thompson, and it has been an honor to share this simple, life-changing tool with you.